I have too much vacation time built up from last year at work, so I'm taking this entire next week off. And what I've always wanted to do is take a trip without planning anything at all. I have a suitcase packed, I'm taking my truck, and I'm going to go somewhere down south, and I'm going to let myself distracted and go wherever I happen to end up. Alright, Dan, so I'm going to go down somewhere with no plan at all. You think that's a good idea or bad idea?
Bad.
How come?
Because it is. But I'm telling you, dude, you need to have a plan.
So I finally did find a hotel I could stay at. The bad thing about not planning is I really think I paid about twice as much as I had to if I had booked a place ahead of time and had a place. So that's one downside to the trip so far. So I saw in the news that in Myrtle Beach there is a St. Patrick's Day parade today, even though it's not St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to go over there and see how it turns out.
If you're curious to check it out, you can go to PalmettoStateRollerGirls.com.
Just got back from the St. Patrick's Day parade in Myrtle Beach. It was a good time. But I'm ready to move on and go to a new place now. I'm thinking I'm going to head further south.
Oh, what? Did you get involved?
What do you mean?
Like, I mean, did you wear green and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm not saying wearing green is out of the question, but you just pretty much got there last night.
Yeah.
And they're doing that today.
Right.
You didn't even know that was going to happen.
Right.
See, now that's the part of going on, like, a trip that you don't even plan.
What do you mean?
That's the fun part. You don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. I was able to find a place to stop and stay in Jacksonville, so I'll stay here for the night. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I have a feeling I'll be sleeping in a little bit, and then back on the road tomorrow morning. So it's Sunday morning now. I lost an hour. It's daylight savings last night, so that kind of stinks, but hopefully it'll pay over with having longer days at night. I'm ready to head further south. I didn't do much here in Jacksonville. I just slept in, so hopefully I do more, finds more stuff to do along the way. I haven't found a lot of stuff along the way that's maybe want to pull over and look. Maybe I just have to break the habit of wanting to make good time, even though I don't even know where I'm trying to go. So we'll see. It's like a plane wrote a message in the sky. So I just stopped off at Daytona Beach to stop for lunch, but I got a little distracted and I stayed there pretty much the bulk of the day. I saw a lot of fun and interesting things. It's actually spring break, so all the spring breakers are there, and it's bike week at Daytona Beach too, so all the bikers are there. I saw a lot of fun things and a lot of strange things too. Jammed in traffic right now. There's some sort of a accident up ahead. Stopped pretty good. People are getting out of their cars even. See what's going on. Still in traffic. They landed a helicopter for whatever this accident is down here, so it's probably pretty bad. Looks like it's even causing rubberneck traffic in the other direction. Well, we're moving again. So, what do you think about Miami, Dan?
Like I said, anything can happen. I mean, the stuff that I know is just watch out for the gangsters there.
So I just arrived in Miami. Well, actually, I didn't just arrive. I got here about a couple hours ago, but I was looking for hotel rooms, and coming to Miami without pre-planning and just trying to go and find whatever place is available isn't a good idea. I spent a couple hours looking for places, and they're all booked, but I finally found a small, cheap motel that happened to have a room available. So that's where I'll be staying for tonight. So I just spent this day at South Beach in Miami, and I had a great time. The weather was perfect, the weather was warm, and the beach was packed. But Miami as a whole is an expensive city. I've seen at least a handful of Bentleys. It seems like my car is the worst car in the entire city. There's so many BMWs and Mercedes and Bentleys and other cars that are worth more than my house. I spent the night here at that cheap Fleabag motel, but I actually had more fun over at the Daytona Beach, so I'm actually going to head back over there tonight and we'll see what happens there. So yesterday morning I was in Jacksonville, and I got distracted on the way and ate lunch in Daytona before I made it to Miami. And now I'm back in Daytona because I think Daytona is a little bit easier to meet new people, and I think it's a little bit more fun overall than Miami was. So I'm going to spend the next couple days in Daytona. And thanks to... It's actually, I'd say, like 4 times cheaper in Daytona than Miami, and I think it's actually better here in Daytona than it was in Miami. I think if you had a big group of people in Miami with you, and you had everything organized and you planned everything with you, Miami would be a fun town to spend some time in. But if you're just planning a trip like I am on a whim and just going from place to place without knowing the people that are going to be there, Daytona's a better city for that type of trip. Just spent a few days in Daytona, and I'm ready to start heading back my direction. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day, so I think it would be cool to stop somewhere along the way that maybe has a good St. Patrick's Day parade, but I don't know where that would be.
What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on? I am going to... Actually, I'm driving back home, I think, today. I'm driving right now. I'm left Daytona. My hotels ran out. Well, one thing I did do, I bought some oranges, Florida oranges, before I left at, like, farmer's market. So I got a bushel worth of oranges. Florida oranges from Florida. St. Patrick's Day! So I'm back in D.C., well actually Arlington, Virginia, for St. Patrick's Day. You know, there's some benefits to taking a trip without planning it. You can sort of decide what you want to do, and you're in charge of everything that happens pretty much. So I'm glad I took it, and it was worth the trip, and I'm glad that everything worked out the way it did.